Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well and studying well as well. At the same time, using water well, okay, in a proper manner, not wasting it, and also making others aware to keep their environment neat and clean. Alright children, so children, when we are talking about environment, when we are talking about surroundings, there are a lot of things that are present in the nature, isn't it? So, likewise, in the nature are rocks and minerals. So, what are these rocks? How are they formed? What are minerals? How do we obtain them? Is what we are going to talk about in this chapter. Okay, so we are going to talk about rocks and its types. We are going to talk about minerals. We are going to talk about gemstones in this chapter. So, in your daily life, you use the word rock for large rocks and stone for those that are small in size. So, children, this is what we are going to talk about before we start, okay, that in our daily life, we see a lot of rocks, okay. So, there are rocks which are larger, so we call them rock. But when they are smaller in size, what do we call them? Stone. And much smaller, we call them pebbles, okay. So, stones are generally cut out of rocks. Near the rivers, there are big rocks as well as small and round stones called pebbles. Okay. Now, this chapter deals in different types of rocks and their uses. Okay. So, we are going to talk about all these things in detail in this chapter. But before we go ahead, let's do this experimental learning. You have to take the correct option. So, you have to tell us what is a hard rock and a soft rock here. Okay. So, a hard rock, chalk and sandstone. Sandstone is harder than the chalk, okay. Chalk can be turned into a powder, okay. Rock uses in buildings, okay. Granite or rock salt, we use granite in our buildings, okay. Rock used in making tiles, shale or slate, we use shale to make tiles, okay. So, let's talk about rocks now. You can find rocks almost everywhere. Hills, mountains, valleys, they are all made up of rocks. There are rocks under the soil. So, under the soil also there are rocks. Now, rocks are found at the bottom of rivers and seas also. So, rocks are not only found on the hills and mountains and in the valleys, we also find them under the soil. Okay. So, they are also there at the bottom of the rivers and seas. Okay. So, what are these different types of rocks? Hard rock. Okay. First, let's talk about granite. Granite is a very hard rock. It is usually dark grey, reddish brown or green in color. It is used for building houses, statues and floor tiles. So, one of the hardest rock is the granite. Okay. You can recognize granite from its color, which can either be a dark grey or reddish brown or green. Okay. And it is generally used for building houses, statues and floor tiles. Then comes marble. Marble is also a hard rock. It is usually found in white, grey or black color. And it is used for making statues, floors and buildings. The best example is the Taj Mahal of Agra and Lotus Temple in Delhi, which are made of white marble. So, it is all used for making buildings or statues or floors as well. And it also gives a very rich look. Okay. Next is the sandstone. Sandstone is formed from sand particles. So, sand particles are used to form sandstones. And it is usually in red or brown color because it takes the color of the sand. Okay. So, it is either red or brown in color and it is softer than granite. It is used for making buildings and statues. So, the Red Fort of Delhi, it is made using sandstone, okay, and hence the color red. Alright. Now, let's talk about some soft rocks. Chalk. It is a soft rock. It is white in color and it is used for writing on the blackboard. Slate. Slate is also a soft rock. It is black in color and it is used for making blackboards and the roofs of houses. So, it is also slate is used for making blackboards, the roofs of the houses, and it is black in color. Okay. Chalk is white, it is soft, used for writing on the blackboard, and blackboard is made using the slate, okay, which is black in color, okay, and soft rock. Coal is a soft black rock. It is mainly used for cooking and for running steam engines. So, coal is used as a fuel. Okay. Now, let's move on and talk about minerals. All rocks are made up of substances called minerals. So, in all the rocks there is a substance which is known as the mineral. Most rocks are made up of 2 or more minerals. It can be either 2 minerals or more than 2 minerals that are there mostly found in all the rocks. Now, these minerals, they are found in different colors, shapes and sizes. Okay, so let's talk about diamond. So, diamond is the hardest mineral. It is used in making beautiful jewelry. It is also used to cut glass. So, even a glass can be cut using a diamond. Then is the talc. Talc is what? It is a soft mineral. Okay. It is white in color and it is used to make talcum powder. So, powder that we use as a face powder and all is generally a talcum powder which is used, which is made using talc, which is a softer mineral. Okay. Quartz. Quartz is used to make the dials of watches. Okay. So, whatever dial you have of your watch is made using quartz mineral. Okay. Infobit. Silica is a shiny mineral. It is used to make glasses and mirrors. So, it is also a mineral which is used to make glasses and mirrors. Alright. So, these are certain examples of different minerals that are there. Okay. Now, let's talk about china clay. China clay is also a soft mineral and it can be molded very well, and that is the reason why it is used to make pottery. Okay, china clay pots are used. You can, people also make different types of tea kettles using them, okay, or cups using them. Graphite. What is a graphite? It is a soft grey mineral. And the lead of the pencils, the lead which is there in between the pencil, it is made of graphite. Okay. Iron. Iron is used in buildings, in making nails and other things. So, iron, you will see it is used in a higher quantity to make buildings and nails and other things. Okay. Now, let's talk about gemstones. What are these gemstones? Now, these gemstones are hard shining materials of different colors. They are cut, they are polished and they are made into different sizes and shapes. They are used in making jewelry. Ruby, sapphire, emerald and garnet, they are some of the gemstone and they are very valuable, okay, and that is the reason why they are very expensive as well, okay, and you can give them different sizes. They come into different sizes and shapes and all, and you get a lot of jewelry which is made or using these different types of gemstones. Okay. So, children, let's do a quick recap on this chapter about rocks and minerals and see what we've learnt about them. So, the major part of the earth's crust is made up of rocks. Marble is usually found in white, grey or black color, and sandstone is formed from sand particles. Slate, it is used for making blackboards. Shale is used for making tiles. Okay. Coal is mainly used as a fuel, okay, for cooking, for running steam engines. So, earlier when there were no electric trains, okay, the train used to run on the steam that used to be generated using the coal. Okay. So, the coal used to be put in the engine of the train and then the train used to run. Alright. Then, talc mineral is used for making talcum powder. Diamond, it is the hardest mineral and it is used for making jewelry. Gemstones, they are hard shining minerals of different colors. So, this is all about rocks and minerals. I am sure, children, if you ever get a chance to visit any market, okay, where there are all these tile shops, okay, you can always ask for a sample of these different types of stones, and then you will get to see how they look, how do these different types of rocks and minerals look. Alright, so do go out with your parents and visit this shop on different types of tiles and all these rocks that are available, and try to collect them, okay, wherever possible, so that you can have your own scrapbook with all these different types of items which you can show, and you can also ask others to make their own scrapbook using these different types of rocks and minerals. Alright children, so quickly reread the chapter and finish all the exercises. Alright, get going.